Hello, my name is Brooke Heri, and today I will be doing a tutorial on how to use the Biography and Genealogy Master Index, also known as the BGMI. This index is useful for the person seeking biographical information on people from all over the world, both contemporary and historical, living and deceased, from authors to scientists to boxers and fashion designers. This index allows you to quickly determine where to find the biographical material. It contains source citations and will point you to the source material where you can further your research. Some of the sources cited include biographical dictionaries, who's who, subject encyclopedias, and volumes of literary criticism. Each entry in the BGMI lists the biographical works that mention the individual in question. Researchers may obtain additional information by consulting these reference works. The BGMI only indexes reference works containing multiple biographies. It does not index periodical articles or books about a single individual. Let's start with the basic search. Begin by typing all or part of a name in the Find box. Then choose either the Name Contains or Start of Last Name radio button. When using Name Contains, you can enter the first, middle, or last name in any order in any combination. When using Start of Last Name, type as much as you know of the last name only and click Search. For my search, I chose the name Brigham Young, and I used the Name Contains radio button. As you can see, the search results are listed alphabetically by last name, and the names I entered appear as last, first, and middle names. If the birth or death years are listed in the original source, these will also be included with the results. Below the name, the number of citations for that entry is noted. If you want to save an item, you can mark it by clicking the box to the left of the item. This will save it to your personal collection of items. Later, you will be able to print, email, download, and get bibliographic citations for all of your marked items at one time. Let's have a look at one of the items from the results page. In addition to the name, dates, and number of sources cited, this document page also has the list of sources cited. If the item has 6 sources cited, all 6 of the sources will be listed. If the item has 100 sources cited, 100 sources will be listed. This is where we begin to see the real value of this index. You will find biographical information on your person in each of the sources listed on this page. The source citation will contain title, edition, number of volumes, author or editor, publisher, year of publication, etc. If the source has a picture of the person, there will be a note stating biography contains portrait. After trying the basic search, you may find that your search needs further refinement. If that's the case, then it's time to move to the advanced search. However, before we move to the advanced search page, let's go over the options available to you. Option number 1 is the 7 indexes. These will allow you to choose specific fields for your search. As in the basic search, the first 2 options are Name Contains and Start of Last Name. The next 2 options are Last Name and First Middle Name. Unlike Name Contains, which searches any name in any field, these 2 indexes allow you to specify whether a name is a last name or a first or middle name. Following these is the Title, Prefix, Suffix field, which allows you to specify a functional title or prefix, such as Junior, Senior, Mr., Mrs., Major, Reverend, etc. We also have the Source Title option, which will search your terms within the sources cited information. Some examples you could search are civil rights, physics, or contemporary authors. The last indexed, Free Text, searches your search terms within the full text of the entries. Option number 2 is the Boolean operators and, or, and not. In addition to the first search line, additional search lines can be added using these Boolean operators. Option number 3 is the limiters. You can further refine your search by specifying birth and death years. You can choose before, on, or after a certain year, or you can specify between 2 years. You can use both the birth and death limiters, or you can use one of the two, or you can leave this part blank. The third limiter is Portrait Available. When you check this box, the results will only cite sources that contain a portrait. Now that we know about our options, let's move to the Advanced Search page. As I said earlier, one of the advantages of using the Advanced Search option is greater accuracy in the result set. So let's do the same search as before, but using specific indexes for our search. We'll use the last name index for the name Young and the first middle name index for the name Brigham. The result set is smaller, but the names are only in the fields specified. Young only appears as a last name, and Brigham appears only as a first name. This is a much better result set than we got from the basic search. Okay, now that you know the basics of doing an advanced search, you can customize your searching by mixing and matching the options available. You can do a search using just one index and the search box, or you can use multiple lines with multiple indexes and add a limiter or two, or you can just use the limiters to see what names pull up. One additional search option is the CCL Advanced Search, which is available at the bottom of the Advanced Search page. CCL stands for Command Control Language. In this search, instead of using the index drop-down menus, you can type the two-letter code of the index you want to use, followed by the search terms directly into the search box. On this page, you will also find your previous searches listed at the top of the page. This gives you the opportunity to use your previous searches in different ways. For example, you can combine two search sets such as R1 and R2. Before we wrap up, I want to touch briefly on the toolbar icons. The first icon is InfoMark, which will give you direct access to a specific page later on. The print, email, download, and dictionary buttons are always useful to have readily available. The Marked Items icon will allow you to work with all of your marked or saved items at one time. The Previous Searches icon will keep track of your searches and link back to them if needed. The Title List icon will let you view a complete list of sources used in the Biography and Genealogy Master Index. And last but not least, the Help icon, always good to have at your fingertips. Thanks for listening, and I hope this tutorial is helpful to you as you start your search in the BGMI. May it lead you to some hidden gems, great stories, and colorful characters.